Good morning, welcome to Ilha Grande. So I got here actually really early because a surprising thing happened. The bus from Sao Paulo arrived in Angra dos Reis early, and I mean like almost an hour early. I was still asleep and everyone was getting off the bus. So yeah, I asked the bus driver where the ferry port was, and he sent me 20 minutes in the wrong direction. So I spent probably about an hour walking around trying to find the ferry port this morning. But it's okay because the bus got here about 5:30 and the first boat didn't leave till 7:30. So yeah, and then when I got here it started raining literally as I got here. So I just had some breakfast, and now that it's stopped I'm going to walk to a few different beaches. So there's 3 or 4 different beaches, I think 4 including the one I'm currently on, along this trail. I don't know if I'll have time to do all of them today because it is supposed to start raining again in the afternoon, but we will see. But yeah, I'm really happy to be on an island. I need some island time. The hostel has cats and I love cats, so I'm hoping it's going to be a good few days here. But yeah, let's start walking. Okay, so I've passed the first beach called Playa Julia. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk to the last one and then work my way back. I'm on the trail. It's all uphill. I did read a review saying it was all uphill, so I was prepared, but it's very hot. And the beach and the sea, it's going to be so nice when I get there. But yeah, we're heading there. I don't know what else to say. I'm ready to get in the sea. I'm hoping the sun comes out and the rain goes away, but we will see. I'm going to turn this off now so I can focus on climbing in my sandals. I will admit this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would, and it's all uphill, so I'm very sweaty. I might stop at the next beach and go for a swim because the one after is another hour along, and it's near the two that I want to go to tomorrow that you have to get a boat to start the hike. So we'll see how much longer it takes me to get to this one, and if it looks like I want to go for a swim here, and if I do, I'll either do the other beach later or tomorrow, depending on the weather. But yeah, it's a lovely hike, but I haven't got used to the heat yet. I'm still used to hiking in Patagonia cold. But yeah, we'll get there. Just got to keep climbing. It's kind of like an obstacles course. I've had to like climb over rocks, climb under trees, but it's gorgeous. And I know there's a nice refreshing sea waiting for me when I get to the end. So let's keep going. Okay, so update. I'm doing a different trail. So the trail that I thought that goes to the 3 beaches, that's the easy trail. That's down the bottom there. You just walk along the beaches. I'm not doing that trail. I'm doing the Palmer's Beach Trail, which apparently is going to be empty because not a lot of people go there, which is good. But I just met this man and he's just brought me up to this viewpoint. And look how gorgeous it is. So that is the town that I'm staying in. So I walked up here. So yeah, it's not... I thought it was going to be a nightmare to get to these other beaches, but no, it's going to be good. Apparently I'm 20 minutes from Palmer's. So I will swim there. And then if I have time, I'll do the other beaches. If not, I'll do them a different day. But yeah, I'm going to head back down and then continue with the trail. But yeah, it was nice of this man to show me up, although I think I offended him because he's with a young girl and I asked if it was his daughter and he was like, no. So I don't know what that relationship is, but yeah, I'm gonna need to put this down so I can figure out a way to get down without falling on my ass. So I'll see you hopefully in 20 minutes at the beach. I'm not there yet, and I do think it's gonna take more than 20 minutes because it feels like it's been that long already, but I can hear waves. I can hear waves. So I'm hoping just go down a little bit more and we'll be there. This hike is doable in sandals, however, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, it's been a nice walk, considering I didn't know where I was going. But yeah, need both hands again, so see you in a bit. Guess what? I've made it to the beach and it's absolutely stunning. Look at this. And there's like no one here. Wow. I think it's going to be cold, but I'm getting in for a swim. I'm going to find somewhere to pop my bags and then I'm jumping in. Maybe under one of these palm trees here, although it's not like I need the shade with all the clouds. But this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes, so as you can probably tell from the fact that I'm now laying on the sand, I didn't go in. I went into like my thighs and it was so cold, and there's quite a strong rip undercurrent, so I didn't think it was the best idea, especially since I'm alone and there's only like a couple of other people on the beach and I don't think any of them speak English. So yeah, I'm just gonna lay here looking at this coconut tree, hoping none of them fall out onto me before I have to do the walk back. I don't want to do the walk back, but I have to do the walk back. Well, technically you don't have to, they do have taxi boats because most people get a taxi boat here. But yeah, no, we'll do the walk back in a bit. I'm happy here for now. Listening to the waves, watching the birds. Lots of big birds here. And these ones look like they're like evil, especially when you see them lower down. But yeah, I made it to the beach at least. Hopefully, tomorrow's supposed to be better weather, so hopefully I can go for a swim tomorrow. Yeah, it's nice. I'm glad I hope it doesn't start raining. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so after spending a bit of time sitting on the beach and just relaxing, I've decided I'm going to walk back. So I walked along the end, because everyone walks along to the end and then no one comes back, and I couldn't figure out why. It's because you can get taxi boats at the end, so I'm guessing what most people do is they walk here and then they get a taxi boat back. However, it's only 1 o'clock, so I'm just going to walk back. But yeah, it's been a nice beach. But yeah, time to walk back. I'm already kind of regretting this and wishing I got the taxi boat because I gotta go back up. At least this end there's stairs though, and not just climbing up a dry waterfall like I did at the other end, which is what I'm going to have to go down this time. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Hopefully tomorrow I can do the little easy walk and just spend some time at the beach in the nice, fingers crossed weather. So yeah, I'm going to put this away and get moving up this hill. See you at the top. So in answer to the question, am I at the top yet? No, still got a bloody wall. And because it rained last night and this morning, it's like slippery mud. But it's fine. Pretty jungle. I'm seeing some really pretty birds, but you know my luck in capturing birds on camera don't work, so yeah, we're gonna keep going. Ignore the sweat. It's a hard walk, I'm not gonna lie. I have made it to the top and now I get to go back down. It felt a lot longer coming up than it did going down, although it always does, doesn't it? But yeah, this is like the headland that tomorrow I'm probably going to do the beaches down there, which is what I thought I was going to do today. I'll try and put like a map on the screen with marks for where you're supposed to go if you want to do that walk and where you go if you want to do this walk. Because yeah, if you're like traveling with children or you're not very fit, you're not getting up this one. I'll let you know tomorrow if you're even going to get to the other one. But yeah, no, this was a good walk. It was good. I feel good doing this after spending so much time on the bus the past few days. And even in Sao Paulo, I wasn't allowed to walk around, so it was nice doing this walk. And now I get to enjoy going back down. I'm going to put this camera away and get my phone out because my phone's better at close-ups. And I'm going to try and see if I can film some birds for you. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, I'll see you at the bottom. Okay, so I am now at dinner, obviously. I'm actually really glad that I did the walk back because I managed to see some tiny little monkeys in the tree. Obviously I didn't manage to get them on camera because, you know, I never can. And then the same animal that we saw at Foz do Iguaçu, the coati, they're part of the Noosa family. There was one of them sat in a tree and then it like clawed its way up when it saw me. But the hostel doesn't know why there was only one, because apparently they should be in groups like they were at Foz do Iguaçu. But yeah, I did actually really enjoy that walk today. I am glad that I accidentally went the wrong way. But yeah, now I'm just going to have dinner. I'll let you know if it's any good. But yeah, and then I'll probably just chill for the evening. I'm quite tired after the whole night bus hike, not really stopping then. So yeah, it'll be nice to sleep on a proper bed for a few days and just relax. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, and it is a much better weather morning today. Yeah, so it's slightly cooler than yesterday, however there's not supposed to be any rain today, which is good. But yeah, so today I am going to do the 5 beaches hike, and I have found the right way, so I know where I'm going this time. And hopefully I've left early enough that they'll be quiet, and the water is quite cold. I did just dip in, but I'm hoping I can go for a swim. As long as this current's not too strong, I'm gonna go for a swim. So yeah, we're gonna walk to the end of this beach and then find the trail and go the right way this time. Okay, so I am now at Playa Julia, which is this gorgeous little beach here. And to get to the trail that I want, I take those stairs at the end, not the stairs at the beginning. Oh, look at how cute this dog is. Just sat on the beach. And now, after a very short walk, we have made it to the second beach. I don't know what the name of this one's called, so I'll look on Google Maps and write it on the screen. But yeah, this one's pretty. But my plan is going to be the same as my plan was when I started yesterday. I'm going to walk to the last beach and then work my way back. Although this one is kind of calling to me. Look how nice that sea is. But no, we're going to stick to the plan, head to the last beach and then walk back. So let's keep going. I think I have made it to the next beach, although the tide's quite far in on this one. But we're going the other side of this headland. That's the last beach, the other side. Yeah. So after a bit of a hike, you get to a split. So these are the other two beaches. We're going to go to Abrazino first though, which is more of a hike. It's starting to get hot and sweaty now. But let's keep going. There are so many jackfruit growing on this tree. Like they go all the way up. The problem is they really smell when they're opened, and when they fall, they break. And like it's great, it's feeding the animals, but they smell so bad when you're climbing over them. But everyone else has gone to the beaches closer to town. So I'm the only one walking this trail at the minute, but you can hear the waves. Just listen. So yeah, basically to know you're going the right way for these beaches, you follow the coast. If you go straight up, straight away, you're going to a different beach. But yeah, no, this is really nice. I'm hoping to see some more monkeys so I can see if I can film them this time, because they were really small and they were different from the ones that I saw in the Amazon. So it'd be good to get a picture of them. But yeah, let's keep walking. I am surrounded by tiny little monkeys right now. And they are so close to me, I can literally reach out and touch them. Like, look, there's one running down this tree right now. There's so many. That was actually amazing. There were so many, and I can still hear them all talking to each other. They're just everywhere. I told you I wanted to see monkeys, and I did. A lot of them. Listen. They're in that tree. I think they have all scurried off now, but that was amazing. When there was one like sat right there just staring at me, I was slightly worried that it was going to jump and attack, but I think I was just in the way of it jumping to that tree. You can still hear them. There's so many. Oh my god, there's still some going. They haven't all made the transfer yet. So I have made it to Abrazino, and it is a gorgeous, basically empty beach. Like, stunning. There are a few people on it. I think there's a hotel and a restaurant here, so they're probably from there. I'm just going to find a shady spot to sit in, put some sun cream on. Oh, glasses are steamed up. Put some sun cream on and enjoy a couple of hours here, I think, because it's gorgeous. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so after enjoying a couple of hours here, just looking at this gorgeous beach, reading my book and having a little paddle, I'm going to head back up and go to the beach that you could turn off before I got to this one, and then head back to the beaches along town after that. So let's go back to the next one. So I have made it to the next beach. This one is a lot busier, as you can see. There's like a restaurant, play with a DJ and a guitarist, but the swimming area that is cordoned off it looks bigger than the other one. The other one had 2, but they didn't go out as far. So I don't know, this one is closer, but I wouldn't say it's any easier to get to, because you still have to climb down like some rocks to get here. But it is pretty in like this little like big bay. But yeah, the other one was a lot more quiet and empty, and it was nice to spend some time there and relax. This one, I don't think I'm gonna stay at, honestly. It's not my sort of vibe for now, I don't think. So yeah, I'm gonna take a minute to enjoy this view and then I'll start again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the next one now. You can like hire kayaks and like paddle around if that's the sort of thing you like to do. I might do that tomorrow. I am relying heavily on planning what I do tomorrow by what the weather does, because there is a boat trip that I want to do and everyone says it's amazing, but it's only amazing if you have good weather. Otherwise, it's not great. And there's also a beach that's really nice, but it's quite hard to get to, but it's also only really nice in good weather. So we will see tomorrow what the weather brings, and that will decide what we do. So yeah, on to the next beach. Right, so I've almost made it back to town. Town is there. See the white dock? Yeah, town is there. However, remember earlier when we crossed the beach? The beach is now gone. I would have to get pretty deep to get around this rock. And I don't know if I can without getting the bag wet. A bag full of stuff that can't get wet. Yeah, so do I sit and wait for the tide to go out, or... I mean, I don't think I have a choice. Although from the fact that as I've been standing here my feet are getting more wet, I think the tide might be coming in still. I don't know. Wait and see, I guess. So I made it across. I waited for some people to come, let them go first so I could see how deep it was, and like hiked up my shorts. They still got wet. It did come like hip deep, and I think there's another issue to come now, so let's see. It wasn't a problem, it was just a hold up because you have to like scour down some rocks. Yeah, but there's people heading that way now, and they were just saying about how they've got a child with them and they don't think the child's going to be able to get through unless she literally swims it. So good luck to them. But I think I'm not too far away from town now. The thing was, there was another shallow beach, I remember, and I don't know if we're going to have the same problem there. So we'll see when we get there, I guess. Yep, so we had the same problem getting down these steps with the waves coming in. Nowhere near as bad though. Yeah. But this was the pretty first beach. I think I've got time to walk around the other side of the bay, and there's a beach this side and a waterfall, but apparently it's not very easy to find, so we will see if we can find the trail. I think it'll be fine. But yeah. There's this lovely little Portuguese family in front, well, Brazilian family speaking Portuguese, and they've got a little girl and she's just singing nursery rhymes as she's walking. Big wave. But yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so I dropped off my rubbish at the hostel use toilet, and now I am going to do a walk that will take me to a couple of places of ruins. I don't know what ruins, and then a beach at the end that I'll spend some time at, I think. So first, up this hill. So I've come to like a little waterfall with a rock pool that I'm sure would be absolutely lovely to sit in the summer, but I'm not sure it's quite warm enough. And then the waterfall's just there, but it's quite a small waterfall, so I don't know if there's another one. But yeah, it's pretty, but I'm going to keep going because there's people doing meditation and I don't want to disturb them. So yeah, I'm going to keep going now. So I have just come to an aqueduct, and there is a description board about it. So this was made with stones and whale's oil in 1893. And it carried water from the stream to Lazaretto. It's 15 metres high and 125 metres long. And there is a dam at the top that still supplies water to the town that I'm staying in. It's a pretty bridge. Not a pretty aqueduct. I don't think it's carrying water across these days though. But yeah, it's nice. And then if you carry on this way, there is another waterfall and a cave. However, I've just looked at the map and it's over an hour away, and it's going to get dark in about 2 if I'm lucky, so I'm not going to make it there and back in time. So instead I'm just going to head down this path and go to the beach. Yeah, this is actually, it's quite cool. I wonder what if they blocked them up or if it was built like that. I can't see the other end to tell. So I've made it to a dead end of a path, but I think if you go down here, it leads to a gorgeous beach that I can see. However, it's high tide, like really high tide. I'll show you back up there through the trees. So I think if I went down there, I would literally be walking into the sea, and it looks very rough right now. So I don't think that's a good idea, but I'm gonna go back so we can see through the trees what I'm on about. And then this isn't actually the beach that you can do on like the route. This is the beach that I got told you're not allowed to come to because it's private. But the private gate's further down, so you can. They probably just don't want tourists here because it's gorgeous. So yeah, I think the path would come out there and then you'd walk through, and normally there'd be a beach there. And if we keep going this way, then you can see a little bit of the beach. I'll go there now. Yeah. Okay, so I've come to a little beach that is part of the beach that is very rocky. Oh, that water's cold. So there's a little bit of sand either side. As you can see, there's someone swimming, but the water was very cold on my feet. I'm gonna see how far I can get in without it freezing. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going for a swim in this. This is very cold. Okay, that was a big wave. But no, it's gorgeous. So that land you can see in the distance is the mainland. You can see that from all the beaches this side, so we're not that far away. Like Rio's over there somewhere, I believe. But yeah, it's stunning. Like, look at this. Okay, Okay, so I've just made it to the Lazaro viewings. So this is where, you know the aqueduct we saw earlier? This is where the water would come to. So this was originally a farmhouse and then it was converted into a quarantine area for people transporting or moving from Europe to here during like the cholera outbreak. And then once it closed down because cholera was no longer an issue, it was a prison for 14 years. And now it's completely closed down. So yeah, let's see if we can have a look through any of the windows. But this is what it used to look like. That actually looks quite nice. It was a big farmhouse. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can have a look in any of the windows and see anything. So I've come down to the front of the house, and apart from this like old retaining wall and the it's cold, and the old like docking pier, none of the farmhouse looks like it's left. It just looks like the old jail cells are left. But this beach is also gorgeous. Like, look at this beach. I know they said this island has 105 beaches, but do they all look amazing? I really, really hope tomorrow is better weather. And if not, I'll still enjoy it. I'll still take a nice hike through the forest and find another beach. But it would be amazing to just float in that sea and not be freezing cold. Like, look how big this beach is. And it's got like an inlet. Amazing. But I still haven't found Black Beach that I'm supposed to be visiting. So we'll see if I can find that. Come to the last beach. It's down these stairs. But unfortunately the tide is too far in, so we can't go down there. There are people standing like on the rocks, but they're like swaying and they're just standing there to get pictures. So, but I think we've seen some gorgeous beaches, so I'm okay with missing that one. Yeah, let's go back to town now, get some dinner, have a shower, and then some of the girls were on about watching the sunset on the beach, but I don't think it's going to be a very clear sunset, but I'll see what's happening when I get there. Good morning. So today is my third and final day on the island, and we had quite a big storm last night. Like, it was tripping the electric, it was like shaking the windows. But after a little shower this morning, I'm hoping it's got okay. So I am going to get the taxi boat to Pusa, and then walk 20 minutes to Lopes Mendes Beach. Instead, you can walk 3 hours to get to Lopes Mendes. However, because of the rain last night, it's going to be very slippery, and I've got some blisters from walking with wet shoes yesterday, so I'm just going to get the boat. So the boat is the fast boat. It takes 25 minutes each way, and it's 90 reals for a return. Or you can get the slow boat, which takes an hour and is 70 reals. So I'm going to get the fast boat because, well, they said it was leaving now and the slow boat doesn't leave for half an hour. However, there's loads of people sat here and no boats in sight, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm just hoping this sun stays out and we can have a good beach day. I've got the sun cream in the bag, so if it's like this when I get there, I can definitely reapply. So fingers crossed. So after a short little speedboat ride, we are now on Pusa Beach, and it's actually gorgeous. So we stopped at Palamas, which is where I walked the first day by accident, and let a few people off there, and then we kept going to here, and then it's like a 20-minute walk to Lopes Mendes. My hair got so knotted on the boat though. But yeah, there's like an old pier and there's a floating restaurant in here. but there's nothing on Lopes Mendes apparently, which is going to be lovely. So I am going to start walking there now. Look at the little doggy. Yeah, I'm going to start walking there now because it seems like that is the one that everyone goes to. So okay, so I've been walking for about 10 minutes and I feel like I'm at the top of the up. Saw more monkeys and I saw this adorable baby little squirrel eating, and I did manage to film both of them so I can put them in. This walk isn't anywhere near as hard as the one I did the first day, but it's getting hot, which is good. I want it hot for when I'm at the beach, but it means in 10 minutes I'm like starting to get really sweaty. So yeah, make sure you bring water if you do this. Make sure you bring water on any hike, especially hot weather hikes, because there's nowhere to buy anything down here, so you're gonna need it. But it's like very muddy from the rain last night and this morning, so I'm glad I didn't walk the whole way here. But yeah, I can start to hear the waves again, so we're almost there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've made it to the beach, and as you can see from the beach behind me and this gorgeous view, it is stunning. And although the waves look big, there are people in there, so I'm hoping it's not cold and we're gonna go in. Here we go. Okay, it's cold, but it's not as cold. No, I'm lying, it's cold. But like English sea's colder. And this is lovely and clear. So yeah, we can go in. I don't know how deep I'm gonna go in. I might just go like hip deep and then just dunk, because some of these waves are pretty big. Like look at this one coming in. I don't think I'm going to go all the way in because there's a girl that's in all the way and she looks like she's about to drown any minute. And like the lifeguard's now watching her. So yeah, but this was nice. I think I'll read for a bit and then hopefully the clouds are going to clear a bit more and it might warm up the sea a little bit and then I can go in deeper. So after spending a lovely few hours at this beach, reading, paddling, not swimming, it is sadly time to leave, but this is so gorgeous. I might take a couple more pictures and then I need to do the walk back so I can get the boat at 4 to head back to town. So yeah, let's go. So I have stopped on the walk back because yes, I have seen more monkeys, but look at this one. It's got a baby. It's so small. And there's loads of them. They're all on the trees. They're eating this fruit here. Look at the baby. It's just adorable.